Imam Ash-Shafi'i, Rahmeh, he says, أخي لن تلال العلم إلا بستة. He says, سأنبيك عن تفصيلها ببياني. He says, ذكاء وحرص واجتهاد وبلغة وصحبة أستاذي وطول زماني. And I'll explain. So he says, my brother, لن تلال العلم. You will never attain knowledge except with 6 things. Except with 6 things. So he says, سأنبيك عن تفصيلها ببياني. I will inform you of the explanation with clarification. So he starts off with ذكاء. ذكاء is to be ذكي. It's to be intelligent. Having intellect and understanding. So intellect is the ability of the mind to think, to reason, and to understand objectively. The understanding of knowledge we possess, wallahi, is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why we find Ahlul Ilm, the people of knowledge, when they would make the dua, Rabbi zidni ilma, oh Allah, increase me in knowledge, with this they would also say, Rabbi zidni fahma. Oh Allah, give me understanding in the religion. Because a lot of people can possess ilm, but not everyone possesses understanding. So very important to ask Allah for understanding as you do knowledge. Number 2, he mentions hirsun, to have desire for this knowledge. To have desire. So the one who has a desire to reach a noble goal will naturally become a seeker of knowledge. And having this desire, having goals, short-term, long-term goals, knowing why, this is going to increase your drive. It's going to increase your ambition to seek books, to learn books, to study, to memorize, to teach, and the likes. So having desire is very important. Number 3, he mentions ijtihadun, hard work. Hard work is required. Ijtihad is required when it comes to talab al-ilm, when it comes to seeking knowledge. So a student of knowledge must be hardworking. He should be committed to consistent study. He needs to have a wird, a part of the Quran that he recites every single day that he's consistent with. Very important. He must make sure he overcomes laziness or activities that bring no benefit. He stays away from that which brings no benefit. Hence we find the scholars of the past, wallahi, they worked their whole lives to give us what we have today. Look at the books that we have today. From the Aqidah books, to the Seerah books, to the Tafsir books, to the Kutub al-Sitta, Sahih Bukhari, Muslim, and the rest of the 6 books that we have, Mustalah Hadith, and all these things. Wallahi, everything has been done for us. Everything has been given to us on literally a gold plate. Everything has been done. Because the ulama, they spent their whole lives doing this for us. For number 1, this was done by the permission of Allah, and number 2, it was done by the hard effort that they put in. So it's very important to put the hard work and the effort in now, so that the rest of your life, khalas, you won't live by ignorance. You will have knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you, and you will have fahm, you'll have understanding of the religion. And it was mentioned by one of the Ahlul Ilm, that if knowledge could be poured into a glass, if knowledge could be poured into a glass, I would pour it for you. I would pour it for you. But it is not obtained except by hard work, except by becoming exhausted, and by the scraping of the knees. By the scraping of the knees. So subhanallah. Number 4 is what? Bulghatun. Bulghatun. What is bulgha? They say it's translated as sustenance. Anything that suffices a person's needs or his livelihood. In other words, that which is necessary for a person or for a student to survive. That which a person needs to survive. Mathalan, he eats dates and water during the day. Anything that will get you to the next day. As they say in Arabic, mashi al-hal. Anything that just gets you through. So sustenance is very important because it gives one the means to invest in books, classes, materials, transport, and the likes. And it also gives shelter. And if sustenance is not available, this may take away from the desire of seeking knowledge. And it is said that knowledge will not give you its part until you give him your full attention. Knowledge will not give you its part until you give knowledge its full attention. So this is also very important to know. Number 5, extremely crucial and important. Accompanying a teacher. He says, وَصُحْبَةُ أُسْتَاذِ. A talib ilm, he seeks the companionship of a teacher, of a mentor who is an expert in his knowledge. Someone that knows that you don't know. A teacher who will be able to guide you and direct you on what to learn, what to avoid, so that you don't fall into extremism and you don't fall into deficiencies. The teacher is a mentor, he's a guide, he tells you what to do, what to not do. It's very important to have a teacher, to have a sheikh, to have a mentor, someone that guides you to the right path once you go off. And we know, obviously, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that guides, but a teacher is the one that directs you to the right path. He makes sure when you fall off, he brings you back onto this path. So very important to have a teacher. Extremely crucial to have a teacher. And number 6, Imam Ash-Shafi'i says, وَطُولُ زَمَانِ, meaning for a long time. Knowledge never ends. Knowledge is vast and it never ends. Every seeker of knowledge must be prepared to have patience, to put in the time that is needed to become knowledgeable in any field. In any field. And there's a famous statement of Imam Ahmad rahimahullah where he says, مَعَ الْمِحْبَرَةِ إِلَى الْمَقْبَرَةِ, from the inkpot to the grave. From the inkpot to the grave. So seeking knowledge is something we do until the day we die. So from when you're born until you die, seeking knowledge never ends. Knowledge never ends. قال البغوي, Baghawi said that he heard Imam Ahmad say what? Imam Ahmad said, أنا طالب العلم, I am a student of knowledge إلى أن أدخل القبر. I am a student of knowledge until I enter the grave. Meaning knowledge never stopped for him. It was until he died, he was seeking and going after ilm. So it's very important, my brothers and sisters, that you have for yourself a teacher and you have for yourself at least one class, bare minimum. One class that you're doing at least every week, and you stay consistent with this. That way, you're not neglecting the obligation of seeking knowledge. It's very important to have just one class a week. Wallahi, one class. You can't make time for the one that created time. The one that gave you the time, you can't make time for him. Wallahi, it's not fair. Understand your obligations. Understand why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put you on this earth. What your goals are supposed to be. So every Muslim needs to reassess his situation and live according to that. Anything I said that was incorrect was from shaitan and I. Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam are free from it. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to grant us adab of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to allow us to become better people, to allow us to use his deen in a positive way, to increase us in beneficial knowledge and to give us an understanding of the religion. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us from those that He blesses and gifts the highest of the paradise. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to forgive us for our shortcomings. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Jazakum Allahu khairah.